Vasari Plaster and Stucco provides both ready-to-use wet mixed products as well as dry mixes which must be mixed with water. All of our plasters and lime wash are available in untinted dry mixes as opposed to our tinted wet mixes. Dry mixes are made for greater affordability when working with large volumes. Dry mixes are about half the cost of wet mixes. Dry mixes are excellent when lime washing white Marmorino or stucco instead of tinting the plaster. One coat of lime wash will reveal some white background and 2 or more coats will make a more solid color. Sealed in airtight plastic pails, dry mixes are resistant to frost and have an indefinite shelf life. Also, being lighter, they make shipping much more affordable. When mixing dry mixes, always remember, safety first. Always wear eye protection, a respirator, and gloves. First, prepare a 5-gallon pail of water according to the specific product. For example, about 10 quarts or 10.5 liters of water for Veneziano, and about 9 quarts or 9.5 liters of water for Marmorino and Stucco. 2 gallons of dry lime wash needs about 10 quarts of water. Have your mixing drill ready. A 1200 RPM Milwaukee whole hog, for example, is a great mixer to use. New drills are about $300 and can be purchased at most hardware stores. Your mixing paddle should be a large vortex type. Gently loosen the powder in the dry mix pail. Pour as much of the powder into the water as you can. Careful not to let it splash you. Immerse your paddle and slowly start mixing so the water doesn't spin out of the pail. When you have emulsified most of the powder in water, put in the rest and mix at a higher speed. Plaster takes more time to mix than gypsum mud or cement does. Always keep extra water on hand in case your mix seems too thick. Add small amounts if necessary when mixing. Try to produce a vortex when mixing the plaster. Stop mixing occasionally to let the air bubbles come to the surface. Make sure you lightly touch the bottom of the bucket to loosen any possible remaining powder. After a minute or 2 of mixing, scrape the inner edges of the pail to remove any undissolved material. Mix the plaster at high speed for another several minutes until there are no visible lumps. Never mix with the paddle forcibly scraping the pail. This can result in plastic shavings in the plaster. Don't worry if the plaster is a little on the thin side. It will thicken up within a day or 2, or even within a few hours. If you're using the plaster the same day, mix it thicker so it's ready to use. This thicker batch might later be too thick to use if left for more than a few weeks, so mix thinner plasters for longevity. Veneziano mixes can be more demanding as they are sometimes harder to mix without getting a few undissolved lumps. If this is the case, pour the Veneziano through a fiberglass mesh, such as a 19 mesh window screen. This will guarantee a smooth product. You can easily tint our plasters or lime wash with universal tints, as used for coloring paints. Most universal tints are made from natural pigment powders and will not fade in color. Beware of raw powdered pigments, as they have their own unpredictable chemistry and are sometimes too coarse to be used in finer applications. Vasari Plaster and Stucco dry mixes are excellent for the do-it-yourselfer as well as the true professional. For ordering products, checking out the latest application tips, and much more, visit us at vasariplaster.com. Enjoy the rest of our complimentary video series on creating the best wall finishes in the world.